Yo, watch out for Art.
Aaron, I'll keep him up tonight for you.
Thank you, Chase.
We're live, guys.
Alright, we're going live. Oh boy. That tasted better the first time. Guys, we got about 8.5 minutes left to go in qualifying. We are live. Oh yeah, please keep
Monday continues for the XCAL $2 Tuesday Series, qualifying in advance of tomorrow night's I Stand with Letto 400 from Oxford Plains Raceway. Heat 1 is already in the books, and your top three that have already made it into the show. A photo finish between Tyler Jalbert and Riley Duncan. Alex Hallinar is also in the field as well, rounding out the top three. Hello friends, Marty Sakala with you. Glad to be with you for heat race number 2. We've got a good qualifying battle happening right now as we speak, and we're just going to get right to it. And that is between Austin Edwards, Kendrick Cryer, and Chase Johnson. And the times have been very tight. Austin Edwards a 15.924, Cryer a 15.938, Chase Johnson 15.951, Kenny Tripp 15.953, Aiden McConaughey a 15.963. So it's pretty tight early on here for heat race number 2. And we have got a lot of drivers in ready for this heat. Heat race number 2 brought to you by K2 Sauce, the official sauce of XCAL Racing. It's an everything sauce, barbecue, steak, ketchup, and more all in one. The only sauce you'll ever need, also available in hot. But yes, it should be a fun heat race based off what we saw from Riley Duncan and Tyler Jalbert. Duncan put the bump and run on Jalbert, but Jalbert got to the start-finish line first. Jalbert currently at provisional pole with a 16.221. Anyone that beats Tyler Jalbert in the best lap time and they win will have the provisional pole position as the track starts to cool on down. That's what we should be seeing throughout the night. 41 cars, by the way, not 42, are entered in for this week's event. Expecting 23 drivers around to take the green flag this time. So a little bit of a similar number to what we saw in heat race number 1. A couple of things you have to keep in mind too. Austin Edwards, while he is starting in second, he is going to be in the 66 for the feature tomorrow night. And he will have to start from the rear. While he may be top 15 locked in points, he's starting from the rear because he did not make mandatory minimum practice, and because of that, he also gets an EOL in the number 66. So just about 30 seconds left here in qualifying. Checkered is out on qualifying, and it is Kendrick Cryer that will start on the pole. Again, Cryer, a contender last week at North Wilkesboro Speedway, but ran out of fuel in the final laps. So we're all set with that. Let's give you the starting lineup, and here it is. It is Kendrick Cryer and Austin Edwards on the front row. Again, Cryer with a 15.909. I believe that's what that says. Austin Edwards outside. Row 2, Chase Johnson and Kenny Tripp. Johnson trying to rebound off of a spin last heat race. Row 3, Aiden McConaughey and Mason Foster. McConaughey was the first one out after heat race number 1. Row 4, it's Octavio Rondeletto and Greg Holes. Rondeletto's first heat race of the night. Same with Holes. Excuse me, same with Foster. Holes was in the 3 o'clock one. Rounding out the top 10, Tyler Batchelder and Mike Stoddard. Row 6, Alex Gangler and Sean Andrews. Rest of the field we go. Travis Sukup, Daniel Miller, Bowen Smith, John Friley, Joe Campbell, Robert Colgan, Gerald Poole, and Jose Gaudino, Art Hendren, Jeremy Letto, and Patrick Sullivan rounds out the field of 23. Just waiting for a couple of more drivers to get formed up. Again, it is 2 minutes to grid, or else you will miss the start of the race. Again, the notables here from this one, Bowen Smith could be a dark horse to watch out for. But that is how the lineup looks. Get you your weather summary. The track temp 81 degrees and the sun is starting to set. You can see that from Austin Edwards' onboard camera as the field's about to roll off this time.
So, Pocono is western forward.
All right, Crier, whale P is going to whale PD at you, so be paying attention.
Patrick Sullivan does not will miss the start. So we will have 22 drivers take the green flag for heat race number 2 for the ice stand with Letto 400. Again, top 3 transfer. The winner has to beat Tyler Jalbert's pole time of a 16.221. This should be a fun heat race indeed. If heat 1 gave us a true pleasure, heat race number 2 should be just as good. Around the 1/3 mile bull ring, pace truck will make the left-hand turn to pit road. It's Crier and Edwards that bring the field to green flag for heat race number 2. It's underway. Side by side, Crier with the edge over Edwards. Johnson trying to take a peek at second spot on Austin Edwards, 2 by 2. Behind your race leader, Kendrick Crier, lap 1 in the books, gate number 15. Close quarters racing as Edwards is loose. He's got a spin. Yellow lights are on.
There is a car around in the middle on the back arc. It's not straight away.
Another driver has crashed. That's Travis Zook up in the 88.
All right, drivers, when you get to 2-2, please mic up so Whale PD can do the Whale PD things. There are no wave arounds in the heat.
What did Kenny do now?
Let's go to the more Polish pottery replay.
We were just about 3 lights stacked up, and he didn't hit the brake, turned me around into the field. So, don't know what the thought process was there, but
that's Austin Edwards.
He probably mistook you for me.
Kenny Tripp puts the bumper. You see Sook up there in the background as well.
Hi, Kendrick.
Hello, Aiden.
And we'll show this to you in real time.
I'm swarmed by 813.
Alright, we don't need the accordion going on. Let's like maintain pace speed drivers.
Doesn't really give you the best angle out here.
2-2.
You got the 2-2.
Thank
We'll
you,
get the word here.
2-2. Also, I think that car number should probably not be yellow. Looks like it's a yellow number in a yellow car.
After reviewing that incident, we have determined that was the 12 of Kenny Tripp. It was a long review. I thought netcode might have been a factor. It was too close for me to firmly determine if netcode was a... I'm gonna delay this one time just because Kenny has to drop to the back.
So Kenny Tripp gets the EOL.
That gives you guys a ton of time to double him up, inside, outside, get it tightened up. That doesn't mean just pull up to the guy in front of you's bumper.
Replays, by the way, throughout the night brought to you by More Polish Pottery, the newest sponsor of XCAL Racing, a Midwest gift shop, Andrus Distribution Center for Polish Pottery Stoneware. Shop our vast selection of Polish pottery, one of the largest in the Midwest, and the largest selection in Illinois. Visit us during our regular hours at 8953 Jericho Road in Big Rock, Illinois, or online at morepolishpottery.com. Ready to go, green flag this time by, I believe the pace truck's pulling in. Yes, it is. Kendrick Crier and Chase Johnson, the front row. Cryer fires first. The good friends bring him back to green. And not a good start for Ron Letto. Restarted in 4th position. May fall back another spot to Tyler Batchelder. So they come off turn 4. It is Kendrick Cryer that leads first lap on this restart. Batchelder in the taxi, more insult, number 53 machine. Takes the spot away from the 77. I kind of like the ironic irony there of the 53, I should say. That's pretty nice. Drivers all trying to get that low line as quick as they can. A couple of drivers, by the way, went off track. Greg Holes, Daniel Miller. There you see Holes in that 61 off the pace. And we've got one driver that has crashed, and that's Jose Gaudino in the number 20. Will this bring out a yellow flag? I don't think it will. I'll get that car back going. And Kendrick Cryer already approaching the driver of the 20 who will let out of the way. So it's Kendrick Cryer, Chase Johnson, Aiden McConaughey, your top 3. Then Tyler Batchelder 4th, Octavio Rondeletto 5th. Alex Gangler, Mason Foster. That's a nice battle for 6th spot as Foster takes a look down to the inside on Gangler. Again, low line where you want to be around this bull ring, and he's got it. Now Gangler's turn to hold on because here comes Mike Stoddard in the 28. Gangler almost had a hole he could have come down into. Also a nice job by Bowen Smith and Sean Andrews. Nice battle for 9th position. Stoddard looking inside on Gangler. A lot of drivers cheering in Whale PD, as you can see on the right. Taking a look here as the drivers are single file from 2 through 5. Let's look at the best lap times while we are at it. We'll show them on your screen from time to time. Best lap is a 16.04 for Kendrick Cryer. That is 0.2 faster than Tyler Jalbert. So any one of these drivers right now could get the pole right now. The only driver that I see that is slower than Tyler Jalbert's pole time, I see Friley with a 16.32. Colgan with a 16.32. Poole, Letto, Hendren, and Sukup all behind. So yeah, but the battle for that 2nd position, McConaughey and Johnson. Again, we were talking about in heat race number 1, drivers using the 3 gears, if that could be a possibility. You see McConaughey, he's on that 3rd gear once again. Let's see if he's going full throttle here in the straights. He is actually, unlike a guy like Matt Bear, I believe it was, who we watched last time out. Got to be careful going full throttle because that rear end can get loose, especially with the way the straightaways are banked here, an opposite acute angle, I should say. So yeah, let's see if any of these other drivers are using 3rd gear. Don't want to look at the time delta. Cryer's using 4th. Johnson's in 4th. McConaughey, we know, is in 3rd. Batchelder, Rondeletto, Foster. Stoddard's in 3rd. So that's an interesting strategy. Bowen Smith's in 4th, same as Sean Andrews. Gangler's actually in 3rd gear. Joe Campbell's in 4th. Kenny Tripp, Austin Edwards, John Friley, Robert Colgan. So this is like a little tire strategy here, except this is gearbox strategy that we are seeing. Kendrick Cryer has opened up his lead to about 1.2 seconds over Chase Johnson. And again, we continue to watch the battle for the runner-up spot. Chase Johnson's looking pretty fast in that 57, but with him not being able to come up and catch up to the leader, could you possibly expect him to maybe come off of the pace and enter pit road at the final lap, and that would help out Tyler Batchelder move up into P3. Oh, yellow flag is out, and that's for Batchelder. Batchelder has crashed, and I think Foster was involved as well in the 96. Austin Edwards may have gotten a piece of it. I don't think he did, but let's listen in.
Pulling out.
What happened up front, guys?
Let's see here. Batchelder was running in 4th position.
Batchelder ran out of talent.
And Foster is not happy.
No, I got hit in the ass, I think.
Hello, Chase.
Let's see on the more Polish pottery replay.
As always, drivers, please pipe up when you are 2-2 so Whale P can swallow a diver.
Ah, Batchelder, he clipped the apron there. There's a little curb there that can put you on the apron. Then Batchelder overcorrected into Rondeletto and Foster, and that's a shot for Batchelder into that outside retaining wall. No, I don't think anyone runs over the front bumper. Let's take this in real time. See if this gives us a good angle. Yep, you see there how he clipped that curving. And we'll show you here as well.
Chase, you weren't pushing it at all, were you?
I was saving.
Where those guys are hitting the
I
outside wall.
was pushing it, but not pushing it too much.
You were sideways all the way around the corner. I don't know about that.
Boom.
Thank you for the 2-2.
About to get the penalty word here.
Until I started to calm down, and it's a little better now.
Even then, you were still cocking it sideways just or.
Alright, so I reviewed that one from multiple angles, and it looks like the 53, I thought at first there might have been some net code, but then I saw no evidence of a net code. The 77 and 53 definitely did not touch. There was no contact between those two cars. I think the 53 thought the 77 was going to touch him, and then he just got loose and spun. And inside, outside, get tightened up. We're going green this time by. We are going green this time by. Tighten it up, tighten it up, tighten it up. Come on, 28 on the outside. Let's get it tight up there.
You hear PDJ Zeller, pace truck is in pit road as Kendrick Cryer and Chase Johnson bring the field back to green. 20 laps to go in heat race number 2. Cryer looking really good at beating Tyler Jalbert for the pole, but Chase Johnson could have something to say about it. Winner will start on the... Oh! Foster up on the air, catching some airtime over one of those light humps. I don't know what you want to call it, but that's going to end his chances at heat race number 2 at getting the top 3 spot. Notice that really closely there in the background, and 4 cars have a chance at a top 3 spot. Here's Octavio Rondeletto all over the spoiler of Aiden McConaughey. This is from the 77's perspective. Taking the rest of the way, showing the best lap time on your screen. And show you who could have a chance at beating Tyler Jalbert, and pretty much a majority of the field does. Again, McConaughey, Rondeletto battling for a transfer spot. If you lose out on the Spatto, you are going to a 7 o'clock heat. One driver crashed, by the way. That's Robert Colgan in the number 7, who spun here off of turn 4. Can he get this going? There are the leaders. And Colgan having a lot of trouble getting going. And he will have to go to 7 o'clock, but that car is junk. Again, the battle for 3rd heating up. Here's Rondeletto looking on McConaughey for P3. Biggest mover of the race so far is up 10 positions. That's Jeremy Letto, currently in 12th. Rondeletto not giving up at all on McConaughey. 77, by the way, a nice showing at North Wilkesboro. Led the most laps, but was short on fuel, unable to get the win. Came home in 5th position, though. So a great day for the 77 last week. He gets a little bit loose there on the exit of 4. But Ron Letto last week thought about selling his numbers, and I'm glad he has not decided to do that at all. 9 laps to go at Oxford in heat race number 2. Heat 3 at 7 o'clock. The feature tomorrow at 7:20 p.m. on Facebook and Twitch at How to Suck at iRacing. Cryer has opened the gap up to about a 1-second lead over Johnson. They're coming up on Art Hendren. Again, we're going to watch that battle for 3rd very closely between McConaughey and Ron Letto on board with the 85. Ron Letto's trying everything, possibly maybe a bump and run in the final laps for the final transfer spot. That's a good question that we're just anxious to find out on. Next time by, you will hear. Oh, Ron Letto put the bumper on McConaughey.
Green.
We are green the rest of the way, and that's going to end McConaughey's or Ron Letto's chances of a top 3 spot. And Kenny Tripp takes 4th spot away now. Can he close in on McConaughey is the question. It doesn't seem likely. 4 laps to go for Kendrick Cryer. Catching up to Alex Skingler in the 82. Last car on the lead lap in 14th spot. We are green the rest of the way. 1.3 second lead for Kendrick Cryer over Chase Johnson. And now Johnson, I thought for a moment, was going to be in a battle for a 2nd position. Tripp trying to close in. How about Austin Edwards as well? Currently right in 5th spot on the track with 2 laps to go. Could have a chance to gain 4th position, but the chances of him making top 3 next time by are very likely. Here we go. White flag, final lap for Kendrick Cryer on the provisional pole for right now, as long as he can win it. Dominant effort here by Kendrick Cryer off the final turn. Checkered is out. Kendrick Cryer takes heat race number 2 for the I Stand With Letto 400 and is on the provisional pole. Chase Johnson, Aiden McConaughey round out the top 3.
Actually, surprised.
You can actually hear Kendrick Cryer a little bit surprised.
All right, good race. I saw no issues with any of the top 3 in that finish there, so we're going to confirm the top 3. It is the 15, 57, and 85 moving on to the feature event. Good run drivers. To all those of you who didn't qualify, you got 3 more shots at 7, 9, and 11. See y'all at 7.
Let's see if we can get Kendrick Cryer on in here. There he is. Kendrick's still doing laps. Kendrick, Marty up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, 10-4, you got me?
Yes, I just want to make sure I heard that right on Whale Petey. You were surprised that you were a contender to win that heat?
Yeah, I was surprised on how good that setup was, because it was really good in qualifying. I was like, usually really good qualifying sets aren't the best in the race, but I was actually surprised I pulled away from them guys. I was actually, you know what, I'm not going to change a thing. I'm just going to leave it and see how it does in the feature, because I mean, the only thing I'm hoping tomorrow is just a top 5, just get up in the points a little bit, because Derek, the team owner, he's can't race this week. He went to Florida, I think. But I think it'll be a fun race. Car was fast.
Kendrick, you pretty much answered my second question, so we will let you go. Good luck the rest of the weekend in the feature tomorrow.
Yep, thank you.
So that is Kendrick Cryer. We'll give you the full results right now. Obviously, Cryer, Johnson, and McConaughey take home the heat race number 2 victory. All the other drivers will have to go to a 7 o'clock heat. That's heat race number 3. Kenny Tripp, Austin Edwards. Nice job by Tripp and Edwards to rebound after the 2 got into the first yellow. Tripp getting the EOL. Edwards spinning out. Ron Letto 6. Stoddard 7th. Smith 8. 9th was Andrews. John Fraley the top 10. And the rest of the results will pop up here in just a moment. And, oops, we hid them for you. Apologies for that. There we go. There are the rest of the results and how they looked. Heat race number 3 at 7 o'clock. That's when qualifying is. The green flag out at 7:30. This broadcast has been a presentation of XCAL Racing, the premier street stock leader in iRacing.